Hey everyone, how's it going? For today's video, I'll be showing you how to draw a Luma's surprise fold. So hope you follow along and enjoy this video today. Now start off with our Super Mario Galaxy movie Luma's surprise fold. Let's begin by folding our paper. So I'm going to line up the corners and give it a nice fold, kind of like I'm making a card. Then I'm going to line up the corners one more time, giving it another nice fold. Looks like a big bookmark. Now when I open it up, I have these nice little guidelines that show me where to keep the inside of my drawing. And I like to turn my paper this way so I can open it up for the fun surprise. Now to start off with our Luma, let's begin right here with the top. So I'm going to begin right about here. We're going to draw towards the top of our paper, and we're going to make it curve and then come in just a tiny bit. Then we're going to bring this line down and out. I'm going to draw a line that's going to come out and down to here. We'll make another one. It's just going to go out, and we'll bring it down. I'm going to draw a little line here and a little line here. And then I'm going to curve this line down, and we'll curve this line down. I'm going to bring this down and then up a little bit. Same thing here, just kind of down and up a little bit for the legs. Then we're just going to curve this across. Now for the eyes, I'm going to begin by making an oval shape like this. And then I'll make another oval shape right here. I'm going to put a small circle at the top of each one. And then we're going to put a little curve right here at the bottom. Then we're just going to make a little smile like this. Then we can go ahead and color in this part of the pupil. Now our next step is to open this up and draw the inside. Now, once we have it open, we have two halves of our Luma. So let's turn this into two Lumas. So I'm going to begin right here by bringing these lines up just a little bit. And I'm going to make this line go out and in, and same thing here, out and in. I'm going to bring this line up, and I'm going to bring this line up and into here. Next, I'm going to make the oval shape for an eye, and then another tall oval shape for an eye. We'll make a little circle shape at the top of each one, and then we'll draw a curve and a curve. And then once again, we can go ahead and color in both of these pupils just to kind of fill them in. This time for the mouth, I'm just going to make it like a little circle shape with a line across for the tongue. And then we can go ahead and color in this part. Now let's add some more Lumas around here. So over here, I'm going to begin by making a shape that's going to kind of curve here and come down. Then I'm going to bring this line down and then up here. We'll bring this line up. I'm going to curve here. Then we're going to go down and up again for the leg. Next, we're going to go down and up here with a little curve. I'm going to make a little oval shape and a little oval shape for the eyes. And once again, we'll color in most of them, leaving just a little bit white. We'll draw a little curve for the mouth and then just kind of color it in. Over here, let's make another one. So I'm going to make a line that's just going to kind of curve up. And I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to bring this line down and then up to here. Then I'm going to curve this line over. We're going to bring this up to here. I'm going to bring this line over for an arm. I want to make this line come over for an arm. I'm going to make the little oval shape. We're going to color in most of it. Same thing here. Color in most of it. Then we're going to make a nice big smile with a little line for the tongue. And we can color in this part of the mouth. Let's put one right up here. So this time I'm going to make this line come up. And we're going to come in. We're going to curve this line down. And we're going to make a line that's going to come out and in. Another curve, and we're going to go down and then up. We're going to make a little curve here for an arm, and we're going to bring it down. And then a little line down here. This time we're going to make the eye kind of angry, so we're going to draw a line that's going to go down and kind of curve. And then the same thing here, down and curve. Coloring most of it, leaving just a little bit white. And we're going to make a little line like this. Next, let's draw kind of like a funny one over here. So I'm going to make a little curve that comes up with a little bump for the arm. I'll make a line that's going to curve back here. We're going to come down, and then we're going to bring this line up and down. Bring this down and up here. Let's make the eyes up here. We'll do 1 and 2. And then we'll do a little smile on there. Let's do another one over here. I'm going to make a line that's just going to kind of curve down like this. We're going to go down, make a bump for the leg, and up. Make another little bump. And then we're going to bring this line up, kind of like it's waving. Make a little bump, and then we're going to bring this down. We're going to make that oval for the eye. We're going to make a little wink. And then we're going to make a big smile for the mouth and draw a little curved line for the tongue. Next, let's draw a little bit of a smaller one over here. So I'm going to draw a line that's going to come down with a little bump. We're going to come down, put another little bump, a little curve and a bump. Make this line come up with a little arm, and then we're going to connect it to here. Make a little line down. We'll do 2 little colored in lines with a little smile for the mouth. Over here, let's make one that's just going to kind of come down and up. Make a little curve with 2 little bumps. Make a little bump here, and then we're just going to make the little bump for the top. We'll make 2 little dots for eyes, and then we'll kind of make a little open mouth. Let's make another small one over here. We're going to make that curve for the top. A little arm, and then a little arm. We're going to bring this down with the 2 little bumps for feet. And we're going to make 2 little closed eyes and a little mouth. Then we'll do one final one right over here. I'm just going to make a little line that's going to come down and up. We'll go down, another little bump and curve. Little bump will come up and one here. And we'll just make the little connection at the top. We'll make 2 little dots for eyes. And we'll make a big smiley mouth that will kind of color in. Now, finally, we want to finish off this Luma. So all we're going to do is just bring this line down and this line down. I'm going to make a bump right here at the little curve here, and a little bump here for that leg. And there you go. There is your drawing of a Luma surprise fold. When we have it all folded up, we've got our cute little Luma, and then when we open it, we can see a bunch of them all popping out of here. I'm going to fast forward and start coloring this. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.